Good evening. It is Tuesday the 21st of April, our third week of lockdown, for our Tuesday night 7 o'clock class. We're going to be doing some back bends tonight. I forgot to practice something, but it doesn't matter. So we're going to be staying on the floor. Make sure you're nice and comfortable, that you've got your mat, that you've still, even though we're going to stay on the floor, that you've still got room around so that you can move your legs and arms. Slightly different way around tonight, so that you can see that the bottom half of me, my back's been staying on the floor. What else we need to know? This is not really for people with high blood pressure, diabetes, joint problems, but if you come to my regular Tuesday night class and you know how to adapt, then you can adapt. Hiya Jazz, hiya V. Both of you should know how to adapt, so just see how you feel. I know there's somebody there on Facebook, but I can't see. It just doesn't come up with who they are, who you are. Oh, Amy. I think it was just you that waved. Lovely. So, we're going to start on the floor today, but we're going to start with a little breathing. So, sit yourself in a position that's comfortable for you. And we're just going to lift the arms up, breathing in. And then we're breathing out. Now you can do this through the nose or through the mouth, but try to breathe in through the nose. And it's just about bringing yourself to the mat, getting rid of the day. And then it also gives anybody that's coming in, just coming into the class, a chance to get in so that we're not straight into it. I hope you're all feeling well, that your day's been good. And you're not too stressed about our third week in lockdown. I'm looking at doing a Zoom class. You just keep going, breathing in and out while I talk. A Zoom class on Friday evening. I will, if you want to do it, send me an email. Send me your email address, and then I will email you over the link so that you can come in. If you haven't got Zoom, you have to kind of download it, and it will prompt you to download something as you come in. If you don't want to download it, don't worry. I'm looking at maybe sort of when we go back, so have it carrying on at a Friday night class, but it will just be a relaxing class. So you'll just be lying down on the floor, relaxing, holding a position with blankets, pillows, everything like that. So, hiya Vic. So what I'm going to do is have a drink and then put my stuff away. So breathe in, bring your breathing down. Let's lie ourselves down on the floor. So lie yourself down. Have your head and shoulders flat on the floor, and if you want, bend your knees. Bring the knees together. You should have a slight arch in your back. It shouldn't be too much. If it is, tilt the pelvis, make it nice and flat if it's hurting too much. But there should be a natural arch in the spine. There should be a natural arch here in the neck. Then the back should flatten, then you'll have a natural arch, a little one just under here, and then the bottom hits, and then the tailbone lifts up. So it's like a little spine. Just realising and thinking about how that works in the body. We're going to take our palms and have our palms flat down, and we're going to stretch that neck. So we're going to squeeze the chin down, and we'll feel that arch start to stretch out. Then we're going to bring it back to where it feels centre. Now, how did it feel when you did that? How did it feel on the rest of the spine? So we're going to do it again. We're going to breathe out and tuck our chin down. And then we're breathing in, bringing it back. I'm going to jump up and turn the light on, because I just realised I'm going to lose light in a bit. That's a bit better, at least you can see me. I can see me. So we're going to take our chin back. Keeping again our legs together and our spine in a more natural position. You're just bringing your chin up, lifting up as you're breathing in, pushing that chin towards the ceiling. Feel it stretch out. Again, how does it feel in the body? How does the rest of the spine feel? Breathing out, bringing it back down to centre. So here we go again, breathing in, lifting that chin. And breathing out to bring it back to center. So we're going to turn and look over our shoulder and bring our ear towards the floor. Now we don't want to compromise by pushing the ear down and the shoulder lifts on the other side. We just want to keep the chin in line. We don't want to drop it down. Keep it in line. And then we're bringing it back to center. And we're taking it over the other side. So again, we're not pushing so that this shoulder lifts. We're keeping the shoulders down. We're bringing it back to center. So we're going to do one more on each side. Breathe out, bring the ear towards the shoulder. Breathing in, bringing it back to center. And let's take it the other side. Breathing out. And breathing in. So now we're going to bring the ear towards the shoulder. But we're keeping our nose pointing up in the air. We're not lifting our chin. We're tucking our chin in and we're pushing our hands towards the floor. So that we're not pulling our ear towards pulling the shoulder towards the ear. And then we're bringing it back to center. And we're taking it the other side. So again, we're not having the chin tucked up. We're tucking the chin in. We're pushing the hands away. And then we're bringing it back to center. So let's do it with the breath. Breathing out, bringing it over. And breathing in, back to center. Breathing out. And breathing in. And relax. Okay. We're going to work our lower legs. So we're taking our arms up in line with our shoulders, turning our palms over, bringing our knees together. From here, keeping the shoulders on the floor, I'm going to take my legs over towards my left, your right. Now when you're doing that, you keep the legs together. You don't want this arm to come off the floor. You want it to stay down. You can turn and have a look down. Then breathe in, bring it back to center. Breathe out, take it over the other side. Keep them knees together, don't let them come apart. Look in the other direction. Oh, hear my back part. Breathe out. Bring them to center. Let's do one more. Breathing out. And breathe in. Breathing out. And breathing in. And bring the hands down to the side. So now we're taking it up. We're going to work this area, the lower part of the spine. So we're going to move it, going to do a cat and cow, but kind of on the floor. Now I'm moving my arm out the way. What you'll be doing is you'll be turning this shoulder over. So you're lifting the shoulder, turning the thumb out towards. But as you're doing that, you'll find the shoulder blade comes underneath at the back. And it'll kind of push your neck up off the floor and push your chest up a little. So we're doing the same on the other side. So both sides are like that. You'll find that your chest is risen, but you'll find that this area of the spine has now come a little bit higher, and so has the neck. Now, like I said, because I need to show you, I'm going to take my arm out of the way. Yours is staying down. From here, you're going to just push the spine down so that it flattens, and you'll feel the hips going up or going backwards. Then as you breathe in, you're going to think about your tailbone and try and touch the tailbone right between your bum cheeks. But your shoulders are staying on the floor. Your bum muscles are staying on the floor. You're just going between these with your breath. Breathing out at this point, squeezing them stomach muscles, really lifting that pelvis. Breathing in, rocking back in the opposite direction, making that arch in that spine really big, but shoulders stay down. So we're going to do 2 more. Breathing out. And breathing in. And again. So breathing out. So this is a kind of lying down cat, dog and cat and cow. I don't know where my mouse is today. Breathe in, bring it up. So now when we pull back, I'm moving my arm again, you're keeping your arm where it is. You're pushing down, but now you're going to lift. And imagine just 1 vertebra at a time, lifting off the mat. Coming up, but we should be on our shoulder blade here. We're not on our neck. The neck's not pushing into the floor, it's the shoulder blades that are down. Now when we're coming down again, your hands stay here. I'm lifting so you can see. You're trying to tilt the pelvis up. So you're not pulling the bum down, you're trying to tilt it up. You're trying to push each vertebrae down at a time. But then you've got to get all the way to the tailbone. So you're rocking all the way over. So the whole spine is getting stretched. I'm bringing my arm round. 2 more of these up and down. Close your eyes. Think about what's happening in the spine. Moving it nice and slow. Trying to match it with the breathing, and we're trying to work with the whole breath. So we're breathing out here, but then we start lifting, we start to breathe in. Soon as we need to breathe out, we start to take it back down again. As we start to roll it back, we're breathing in. And then as we breathe out, we're going to lift our knees up at the same time and breathe out, curl into a ball. So from here, we're going to rock up onto our bottom. Lovely. Ooh, up and out. Oh, hiya Savannah. Hello everybody. Right, so I'm going to bring you onto your knees. Now, if you need to, where's my block? If you find that sitting on your knees is too much, you can always go onto your bum. But if you wanted, if you've got a block, you can stick the block between your legs and sit on the block, and that takes the weight off your legs. If you've got a cushion, a pillow, the same thing. Stick it under, sit on it. It'll make it a little bit nicer on the knees for you. Walk it that way. So with the knees, what I want you to do is to have your toes, your big toes touching, but you're opening your legs so that you're still sitting on your heels, but your legs are as wide as they can go. Again, if this doesn't feel too good, you bring it in, you adjust it to how it feels for you. We're going to do a circle of joy. So with this, we're sitting here, we're taking our hands out in front, we're going to turn our palms out, and we're also tilting our pelvis under, pulling our stomach back, breathing out, squeezing and opening up them shoulders that we were pulling together a minute ago. Now we're breathing in, we're lifting up, We're reaching back. We're still reaching back as we're breathing in, and then as we breathe out, we bring the hands back together, the body back together. I'm going to spin around so you can see it from the side. So, start with the hands together. We're breathing out, we're tilting the pelvis, stomach comes back, we're pushing, opening their shoulders. Breathe in. Stretching back as much as you can, and then as soon as you need to breathe in, bringing it back together. Let's do 2 more. So remember, work with your breath, not mine. Bringing it back. Lovely. Where am I going? So from here we're going to work into our shoulders, work our side muscles as well. And I'm going to turn sideways because it's easy to see. So from there you're bringing your hands down and bringing your knees in. So you're bringing yourself into tabletop. From there, starting with again your right hand, my left, you're going to reach the hand out. As you breathe out, you're going to come back into child, slide the hand back as far as it can go, reach down, breathe in, bring it up, reach it over. Okay? So we're going to do 4 on one side, 4 on the other side. So reaching your right hand out, breathe out, sit back onto your heels, keeping the hand where it is, breathe in, lift, bring it over. And our last one. Bring it underneath. Have a think, how does that feel? This side feel to this side? Does it feel any different? Does it feel the same? It's all up to you. It's nothing to do with me if it feels the same. So, taking the hand out on the other side, breathing out. Breathing in. Let's do 3 more. And our last one. Bring the hand down. Lovely. So, from our knees, we're coming up into a straight knee. We're going to take our hand, so again, if your hand doesn't touch the floor, if you've got a block, use your block. You're bringing your hand to the floor. First of all, we're going to take our foot out. I'll turn this way so you can see my foot. You're taking your foot out to the side, you're turning it up, and then you're pressing down. Now, you want to stretch the toes out as much as you can, and try and push the toes down. If they won't go without your knee bending, you can let the knee bend, okay? But you want to try and keep it straight if you can, because it's working that inner thigh muscle. But it's not so bad if it doesn't matter. So my foot's going to be over there so you can't see it. Now the other hand, it goes to the floor, and you're bringing your hand behind your head. From here, pushing them toes out, reach the elbow up to the sky, and then you're going to breathe out as you bring it towards the floor. Breathe in, lifting back up. So you'll feel a lovely twisting action through your waist, but also through that upper body. Breathe out. And breathe in. And we're going to do one more. Breathe out. And breathe in. And then from here, lift up, reach that arm over, stretch it out, have a look into it. Feel now, push your toes into the floor. Feel that stretch right through the side of the body. And then from here, we're going to lift the arm up into the air and breathe in as we bring ourselves back up. And let's bring that foot in. So let's try the other side. So take the foot out, toes up, place them flat down. Try and stretch your toes out if you can. Keep them flat. Bend the knees, like I said, if you have to, you have to. Bring the hand towards the floor. If you want to go to your fist, you can. Like I said, if you want to, have a block underneath so that you're not having to reach down too far. It's up to you. Bring the hand behind the head. Lift the elbow so it's going up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to breathe out and roll it down. You're going to breathe in to lift up. 3 more. And our last one. Reach the arm up, then reach it over the head. Push the toes into the floor. Reach the hand away. Feel that stretch. It's beautiful. Then we're going to breathe in as we lift and bring the arms down. Turn the toes up, bring it back in. Bring yourself down onto your knees. Now, again, you can come out of this while we're talking, but I will have to get you into this. So if it's one that you don't like, while I'm showing you what to do, put your bum on the floor. So just kind of go like that while you're watching me. Then you can always jump back into it when we're doing it. This is a killer for the hands. It works the hands, but it's really good. You're opening your fingers, placing them on your knees. You're lifting up and then you're placing your fingers flat down on your hands flat down. Then you're sitting back into your legs. Okay? So, I'll do it from the side. That's what we're doing. So if you want to get back into hero pose now. So this is hero. Placing your hands flat on the floor. Lift your bum, stretch your fingers. Try and place your fingers flat down. From there, keeping the hands flat. Try and sit back. Now you may not be able to get all the way to your heels, that's fine. You're just keeping it there. Feel that lovely stretch through the front of the arms. This is if you play computers a lot or you're on your phone, drive, it's all that stretch from there. Anyone with carpal tunnel, this pulls it back the other way. So from there, lift it up. Take the hands off, give them a bit of a shake. You can give them a rub as well. So we're going to take it down the other way we have to. So this time we're bringing our hands flat down so that the palms are facing into us. We're lifting up, we're placing them flat down and again sitting back, keeping them hands down. And that's like, oh, it's really painful. And then take them off. Bring your fists together and just kind of move your hands backwards and forwards and just give them a little shaking. Backwards, side to side, back to forwards. And then give them a shake. Lovely. So we're taking it down. Grab a drink. Now again, while I'm showing you, sit your bum down if this is too painful. This is to stretch the front of the legs and the front of the feet. Bit of a killer. Now, you can do, again, you can put, let me find, oh, where's one of my blankies? Got a little cushion. You may find that putting something underneath the foot there helps, especially if your foot's up like this, even though you're down, you've got that great big arch. you might find that putting something underneath will make this a little bit easier. So your foot's flat, your hands are on the floor, and you're trying to lift your knee off the floor. You can do one at a time. So from there, you're just lifting and bringing it down. So if you want to bring yourself back into hero, adjust like I said where you need to, and then you're just lifting one knee off the floor at a time. Now you're trying to make sure that your toes are down. You can stretch them out if you want, but you'll see that they flatten out at this point. So they're all flattened down on the floor. If you wanted, if you could, you try and lift the two together. And that's a lovely stretch through the front of the legs, the front of the foot. And then we're bringing it down. Now we've got to do it the other way around. So again, I'm coming to the side. I'm going to get you to bring your foot underneath so that your toes, again, if you want to pull them out, you can pull them out. You're putting your heel of your bum against the heel of your foot against the cheek of your bum. And you're trying to push the knee to the floor, but you're keeping them toes, especially the little toe, stretching forward. And then you can do one. So that one's down, this one's under, pulling out the toes, you're just pushing the knees down. And again, you may want to stay with doing one at a time, or you might want to do the two together. So you're coming up onto your tiptoes, you're dropping the tip, no, I don't know why I did it that way. So from there you're dropping down until eventually you can sit into hero, but with your toes under, and this is a killer. But coming out of it is beautiful. You're going to place your hands on the floor in front of you, and you're going to push back to down dog. And it'll feel as if you'll feel that blood rush into your toes, and it's absolutely beautiful. So from here, walk one foot, really push them heels to the floor. And then bring yourself back down. You can untuck your toes, bring them underneath. So we're going to do a sun salutation, but a slightly different version. I don't know what's happened to my hair there. This one we're going to sort of stay down more. So we're going to kind of go into cat and cow, then push into dog, push through to cobra, come back into child, into dog, cat and cow. Okay, so it's a continuous move. So I'll show you first, and then we'll have a go. So we're going cow, looking up, cat curling, tucking the toes, pushing back to down dog, coming forward, dropping the hips, lifting into upward facing dog, pushing back to child, coming back up. Okay, so 4 of these, up and down, up and down. So from here, we're going to push the chest down, pull the shoulders back, look up into cow. We're going to breathe out, squeeze the stomach, tuck the head in, lift into cat. We're going to breathe in and push back to down dog. And breathe out, so here as well. Lift up, breathe in, come forward, drop the hips, lift up, breathe out, push back. Oh, I missed that bit there, didn't I? Sorry, from there, we're pushing back here. So bringing it back up. Breathe in, lift the head. Breathe out. Tuck the toes, breathe in, Push the heels down, breathe out. Come up to the toes. Breathe in into up dog. Breathe out into child. Bring it up. Breathe in. I'm putting in bits obviously, so breathe out. See, sometimes you have to do it to see where you're breathing. I was putting too much, I've put an extra breath in where there shouldn't have been a breath. I'm coming back up. So it's a breath in, a breath out, a breath in, a breath out, and then we're going to bring it down from there. Sorry about that. Like I said, as soon as it's, sometimes you have to do something and then think, oh, that breathing's wrong. And because I'm slowing things down sometimes, I put in an extra breath, and then I was doing that and I was thinking, no, then where did I breathe there? So do it sometimes and think about where you're breathing. That does help. So we're bringing ourselves down. Should have warmed our body up nice and well there. Where am I bringing you to now? Oh, okay. So bringing it down here. Now, I did ask you to get some blocks. A block, anything that will help you to relax. So, what you're going to do with this, you're going to get a block or a cushion or a pillow, anything you have handy. That's just going to open up your thoracic spine. So, this area here. Now, if you've got a block, you're going to place the block just between your shoulder blades. So if you pull your shoulder blades, your shoulders round, it'll open up this area here. Then when you go down, you're going to pull it in and then your shoulder blades will sit inside here. So with this, you put it down, have the knees bent, find out where it's got to be. So it's like you need to come down a little bit, you need to come down. So it's in between your shoulder blades. You're going to let your head drop. If you want to, you can let your legs drop out to the side. If that feels too much, you can bring the knees so that they come together. And you're just going to open out your arms so that they're to the side. Now you're going to breathe into this chest area. Trying to stretch it with every breath in and every breath out. Relax. Now if your head is dangling off the floor, again, you may find a cushion or an extra block underneath the head to help to open so that that neck is relaxed. You want the head to be lying down. So you'll feel this really stretching through that chest. Now we've got to come out of this. The best way to come out of this is to bring the knees over to the side, bring your arm over and roll out. And that's the nicest way of getting out of it. From there, you're pushing yourself back up to seated. So that's worked here. Now we've got to bring it a little bit further down. So this time you're going to try and have it around this area here. So it's that archy part of your back, but we're going to overly arch it. Again, if you need to, you might want something underneath your head. You do the same thing. You put it underneath, sort of lower part of your spine. You bring yourself back. Your shoulder blades should be on the floor. Your head should be on the floor. Bring your knees up, let them drop out to the side. Let them come in together. Breathe in again from the belly. So you want to stretch up right from there. Bring it all the way up through the chest. We're breathing and stretching on the breath in. We're relaxing. Dropping down on the breath out. One more breath. And then we're going to bring the knees together, roll them to the side, bring the arm over, roll out of it. Again, it's a much nicer way to get out of that than just trying to lift yourself up. So, placing your hand down, bring yourself back up. Good. So we can place our block out of the way. So we're going to take it into camel. Now with this, you can again have your block. You can do one at a time, or you can do the two together. I'll do the first lot, we'll do it one single one, and then we'll do it twice with both arms, just in case anybody wants to do two single. Holding it for about 3 breaths or to 5 breaths if you feel like you want to. You don't have to change out when we do, you can always stay there. The longer you stay in something, the better it is for you. It's just I'm coming out, so I know that people tend to follow me, so at least if they come out, they have a chance to come out. Again, if you don't need to block, you can use your feet. You can have your feet flat, which makes it a little bit harder. You can come up onto your tiptoes, which stretches them toes, but also makes it a little bit easier to reach. So again, it's up to you. Now, yeah, we're going to go into that. So, we're lifting the arms up, we're breathing in. We're going to start with your right hand. You're going to breathe out, you're going to rotate it all the way back and see if you can bring it down onto your heel or onto your block. Push the hips forward, bring the other arm back up in the air. You'll feel this stretch right through here, right through here. Then we're going to bring the arm in the air forward, and that'll help to lift us up back to the front. So let's do the other side. Breathing in, lift. Bring your left hand down. Push the hips forward. Reach that right hand back. And then bringing the arm down, it'll help to guide you back up. So we're going to do it twice. I'm going to go into a double one. If you want to come with me into the double one, you can. If you want to do the single one, you can, because we're going to change sides. So it's up to you. So the same thing. We're lifting up. We're reaching the hand down. We're taking the other hand back. We're pushing the hips forward, pulling the shoulders back, lifting the chin up, but we're controlling that head. So as you can see, I'm still talking. If I took it back too far, I'd find it really hard to talk, and I'd also find it pinchy on my neck. So I'm controlling how far I'm taking it back, so that I can still talk and I'm not pushing any pressure on my throat. Now, if you bring double to come out of it, you're going to drop the bum. If you're in single, you come out the exact same way that we went in before. So we're going to take it up one more time so that the single people can change their sides. If you want, see if you can hold onto your ankle, or your heel, sorry. As you breathe in, lift, push out. And then we're bringing it back down. Beautiful. Bring yourself back round. Now, I did have somebody ask me earlier about football and back bends. Are they good for people that are playing football? Yes. It's this muscle here, the psoas muscle. Every time you go back to kick, it's if you haven't stretched this area, and you've got really strong front thigh muscles, which most footballers do because of the running. Every time you're lifting your leg up and running, you're working this. But this backwards movement to kick the ball is where people get the kind of, we call it a groin strain. It comes across here because you tend to take it out to the side, but it's still all this area needs to be stretched so that you can kick forward. So back bends are brilliant for anybody playing football because they'll open up this joint here. Now we're going to start working this side muscle. Oh, no. Yes we are. Yes we are. And then we'll come to cobra. So this is a side move. You're lying yourself on your side. You're bringing your hand out to the side and you're placing your other hand on in the front. You're letting your head drop down. The feet are on top of the feet. So if I go sideways so you can see what I'm talking about. There like that, we're in a straight line. Let me go this way so you can see what this hand is doing. From here, you're using this hand at the front. You're going to push and you're lifting yourself up. You can keep that hand down and you're looking down towards your foot. Then you're sliding down. Okay, so that's the easy version. Slightly harder version. The same thing. You're sliding yourself in, holding yourself up on your arm, but you're lifting your foot. And then you're bringing yourself back down. Okay, so I'm turning around again. So I don't need you to do any of these if you don't want to. You can just watch it. This is where it gets even harder. So, we're lifting ourselves up. We're lifting that foot. But it's in line with me, so you should be able to see it. And then we're lifting the arm. Then we're going down. Okay? So we're going to do 5 on one side, flip over and do 5 on the other. You can always do more if you want, but I'm time limited, so I kind of have to do this. So here we go. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, bring it down. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, bring it down. 3, 4, and our last one, 5. Now with that you'll feel it working here, but also backs of your arms. So let's roll over. So any of them positions is fine. Nobody's watching, so do what's better for you, not for everybody else. Can you see me on that one as well? Oh, trying to make sure I've got you on both. I can see you're bigger on that one. So here we go. You're lifting up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and our last one, 5. Bring it down. Bring yourself onto your belly. Hello, hello, hello. You can see everybody from here now. So we're going to take it into Cobra, but we're going to come up a little bit at a time. So we're going to go into Sphinx first, then into Cobra, then into Upward Facing Dog. You stop at any point and you think, can't do any more. So, Cobra, Sphinx. Bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Have your fingers flat down on the floor. Shoulders pull back. You're imagining squeezing your elbows and sliding them to your hips, and you're pushing back. Now your tops of your feet should be on the floor. You're going to push into the tops of your feet and try and lift your knees off the floor. Then you're going to get your chin and give it a brucey and stick it up in the air. And you'll feel that stretch through the front of the body. And then turn the arms out, bring it down. So we're going to go a little bit higher. I'm going to spin round. So with your hands under your elbows underneath your shoulders, your hands flat down. Again, you're doing that push into the knees, the bottom of the feet, the back of the top of the feet, so that you're lifting the knees off the floor. You're pulling your shoulders back, you're lifting up, but now with your fingers, you're going to push into them, keeping the hips on the floor, you're pushing back. Them shoulders are pulling back down. You're again lifting the chin up. And then we're coming down, you can bring the elbows in.
So we're taking it up to upward facing dog, which is really strong on the lower part of the spine. So if you feel you have to stop, you come out of it straight away. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. You're bringing the hands so they're underneath the shoulders. You're rolling the shoulders back and you're pulling them elbows in close towards the hips. From here, you're pushing yourself up, lifting your hips off the floor, and then you're pushing the feet into the floor, lifting the knees up. Again, stick that chin in the air. And then bring it down. But you're not going into child because we want to keep that back still in that bend state. We're going to take it into a bit of a flip and work the back a little bit more. So from here, staying with your elbows underneath, and you can have your head down so you're using it as a pillow. Again, watch first because otherwise you're looking at your head. You can't see what I'm saying. I'm going to move down a little, otherwise I'll kick the door. So from here with the head down, I'm going to get you to lift, not yet, so again, just watch first. You're lifting your right and you're bringing it over the body. Now you're trying to stack the hips on top of each other. Your head's down and you're trying to slide your right elbow slightly out to the side while bringing the foot over. And then you're going to bring it down and we'll do the other side. Okay? So, head down, lift your right leg, bring it over the body. Keep stretching it out. Now, push the right elbow away from you so that you feel the stretch coming across the body. And then roll it back, bringing it down. Okay, so let's try the other side. So, we're lifting your left leg, you're bringing it over, trying to stack. Push the elbow, the left elbow, away. It's not moving, you're just imagining pushing it. And bringing it back down. Lovely. So we're going to take that a little bit further. This time you're going to take your arms out. Again, let me show you first. I'm going to do the other leg first. You're going to turn away. So I'm starting with what will be your left leg. So you're lifting, you're bringing it over, then you're bending and seeing if you can grab hold, and you're pushing the leg away, then you're going to flick it away. And then you're going to bring it down. Okay? So we're going to start again. So we're taking our hands out. We're going to start with your right leg. So you're turning and you're looking down towards your right hand. You're lifting your right leg and you're swinging it over. Then you're bending it and seeing. Don't worry if you can't catch it. Doesn't matter. You're trying to push the leg away. And then we're bringing it back. And we're going to turn and look in the opposite direction. So we're looking towards your left. You're lifting your left leg up, rolling. Oh, wrong way. Bend the knee. Grab hold. Push the leg away. And then bringing it back, roll it out. From there, roll yourself onto your back. So we're bringing it up, or we're going to try and get up towards wheel position. So we'll start in our lower part and we'll go into a supported back bend. So from here, you're trying to get your feet in as close to your bum as possible. And again, you're trying to keep the legs in line with the hips, not together, but not too far apart. You don't want them coming out. You're turning the shoulders over so that eventually you'll be able to lift your arms up in that position. And then you can turn your palms out and you make a little tray and you turn them out that way and you keep your thumb out the way, but you'll be able to get that underneath your hip. But again, if you need to, I'll show you with a block as well. So from here, we're pushing the hips down and we're lifting up. Try and get your spine, your shoulder blades underneath if you want to bring them together. You can see if you can walk your feet in a bit more and push them hips up. If you want, you can go onto your tiptoes and push up again. Now while you're here, see if you can bend your elbows, make a tray with your hands, turn them out and get them underneath. But you don't want to be on your thumb. You want that thumb out the way, you want them hands underneath. If you need to, you can always have a block under your foot, under your toes, lift up, tiptoe on your block, and you'll find that that'll help to raise you a bit higher. Okay. And then you're taking the hands away, curling back down. So don't just drop down, curl it down all the way, tilting that pelvis in. Then when you get to the floor, don't forget that part of your spine, the tailbone, so take it up the other way. So that's lifted up and you can stay there. We can see we can now get our hands into the right position. So you're trying to bring your fingers back that way. So again, the thumb comes in. You're trying to place the hand down, have the elbows pushing up to the ceiling. Now all you're doing is the same thing. You're lifting, pushing down with your hips, lifting your hips off the floor. You're not going anywhere. You're just having it here. You can always walk them feet in, push up onto your tiptoes. Everything we've just been doing. But you're just getting your hands used to being in this position. And again, tilt the pelvis, roll the spine down. So, we're going to go into something that we did at the beginning, which is moving our head, but we're moving our head back a little bit. I'm going to turn around the other way so you can see my head go. So again, we're bringing our legs in, we're bringing our fingers so that they're pointing backwards, stretching the fingers out, curling the spine, lifting it off the floor, lifting it up, and then from here, you're just lifting your chin in the air and trying to place your head flat down on the floor. Now you don't need to go any further than this. From here, you can always move your hands around because they might not be in the right position. To come out, all you do is you pull your chin down and you roll back down. Okay? The next bit is a lot to do with fear. Majority of everything is to do with, oh, I don't think I can do it. A little bit of arm strength. But if you're doing plank, you should be able to manage the push-up. But like I said, don't worry if you can't. Sometimes if your shoulders are pulled forward too much because they've been on computers, then you can't get that stretch and that causes the trouble. You tend to push away rather than push up. Again, come and see me when I'm back and we'll work on that. So the last bit is, like I said, you're bringing yourself in, you're lifting your bum up, you're coming to your head, arranging your arms, feeling that you can, breathe in, push up. And then when you need to, you tuck the chin in, you roll it down. Okay? Do you have one more go? So, arms underneath, hands in the right place. Lift your bum up. Tilt your head. Get your arms into the real upright position. Believe you can do it. Breathe in, lift and push up. And then when you're ready, tuck your chin in. Roll it down. From here, pull your legs in. Give yourself a curl. So upside down child. Now from here, bring your legs down. Let them open. Place one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Just let yourself relax. Back bends are beautiful for making you feel really sleepy, really tired. Oh, I never used the thing. Oh, don't worry about it. We'll do it another time. Or you can email me or text me if you want me to show you about the wheel. So, I'm going to come up and say goodbye to everybody. So come out of this, to make sure you bring your knees together. Then roll onto your side. Let yourself stay here for a bit, just so that the blood can run back down, get into the right position so that you don't feel a bit giddy when you come back up. And then bringing yourself back up to seated. So, I hope you enjoyed that. Tomorrow is Wednesday, my husband's birthday. But I will still be here 6:30 doing my fitness yoga, which is again similar, but I don't know what I'm doing. I can't remember what's in my book, but we'll find out. We'll find out tomorrow. So I will see you. I'm around if you want to chat. Give me a ring, give me a text, whatever you want. Otherwise, let me know how you're feeling. Give yourself 24 hours, especially if you did that back bend, because it is a bit of a killer. You will be walking around tomorrow with a bit of a pain. So thank you very much. Take care. God bless. And like I said, if you wanted to do the Friday, which is going to be probably about 8:30, the Zoom class, which means I can see you, so it's not just you looking at me, so I don't look like a nutter talking to myself. I will actually be able to talk to you. Send me, text me over your email, and then I will email you over an invitation, and then you put that into the thing, and it will show you how to do it. So let me say hello and goodbye. Hiya Shez, hiya Debbie, hiya Keely, hiya Sinead. Oh, lovely. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Savannah. Oh, I'm loose. Let me put that down. So, I'll say goodbye. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.